I do miss my CA students' life.
We are about to announce our national conference.
I won't be commenting specifically on this right now.
Is science difficult or commerce for you?
I feel that nowadays stress is everywhere in every walk of life for the students.
Whether to study in India or abroad?
Oh, I should personally thank you, Vishwa, for taking up this question.
I have many friends who are stuck in the loop of the CA attempts.
And no one should ask that.
Hi there and big welcome to podcast. It's great to have you listening. I am Vishwa. Alright ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because today we have a guest who is not just a chartered accountant. He is a game changer. You know those people who don't just follow the path but create their own. That's exactly what we have today. His name that echoes in the corridor of the Western Indian Regional Council of ICI. A leader who wears multiple hats and unmatched minds, Vice Chairperson of WIRC 2526 and the Chairman of the WICASA WIRC 2425 and the former Treasurer of WIRC 2223 and the driving force behind the BFSI sector and the first Chairman of the Work-Life Balance Committee. From shaping young minds to leading from the front, he is redefining what it meant to be a CA in today's world. Give it up one and only CA Piyush Chandak.
Thank you, Vishwa. Thank you, Faizan, and thank you, the Vice Chairperson, Vishakha, for calling me. And I should thank Vikasa Baroda from the bottom of my heart to invite me for one of its kind podcasts. And I'm very humbled to see the introduction made by Vishwa. I'm not a game changer at all. I'm just another chartered accountant, like all the CAs in the fraternity. And I'm from the small background, a small place, but I'm happy to be here with you. Thank you.
So I would like to ask the first question. Have you ever been in podcast before?
So this is my first experience of a podcast. I'm literally thrilled like you only. Let us see what it unfolds.
What led you to accept our invitation?
So, like the invitation is from the students, and I guess being the chairperson of WICASA in last year, students are always at the, I can say, priority and future of our profession as well. So, I was always happy to be here with you.
Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation. Can I start?
Sure, sure.
Do you practice as a chartered accountant?
Yes, I do practice as a chartered accountant. I do have my own firm at Nashik, based at Nashik. And we do all kinds of work like taxation, auditing, and all other kind of business consultancies. We are into project finance and also internal audits. We have teams across India for physical inventory verifications. We call it PIVs and stock check and all. So we are into the practice.
As you all know, you have been actively involved in ICI. What motivates you to take up the leadership role instead of just practicing as a chartered accountant?
It is just an idea or an, I can say, a zeal to give back to the profession, which takes us, I can say us, because all the chartered accountants who are into the managing committee of various branches or into the regional council or into the central council, all people are here to just give back to the profession, and this zeal takes us to come into this kind of setup.
Sir, asking you randomly, do you miss your CA student life?
Definitely, definitely. I do miss my CA students' life, all those sleepless nights and the friends, hostel life. I have been into the Diwan Kuldeep Singh CA students hostel at Vasai, and I have got a lot of friends from there. We were studying across, exam के वक्त का तो जो माहौल होता था, all the wings of the hostel were full of people studying everywhere, on the stairs, on the gallery, on the window, everywhere. So I definitely miss my student life.
Generally, it says that once you become CA, that no one asks your attempt.
Yes. And no one should ask that.
And I will not break the rules, but you just answer me it without asking it.
Okay. So, if you're asking me about my attempts, I would definitely say I have not been got through in the first attempt. I have took attempts because some peculiar subjects were there. In our finance accounts and then management accounting and financial analysis was the subject. Those subjects were troubling me up very much. So I lost one attempt because of those subjects, but because of that, I studied hard in those subjects. And in the next attempt itself, I was able to score more than 58, 59 on those those two subjects, and which like took me up in the score also, and I got through.
Which strategy you follow to not be in the circle
I
of this attempt?
What I would say is like strategy is definitely tailor-made for everyone. When I thought that I am weak in accounts or I am weak in particular subject, like even in indirect taxes, I was little bit weak, and then I tried to overcome that particular limitation of mine. I tried to like do exercises, do practices on a daily basis, and this is how I gained confidence, and then I got through.
There are many students who are stuck in the loop of the CA attempts. What are the strategy you want to give them?
So, in my opinion, if anyone is like stuck in the loop of attempts, as you said, I feel one should like try to overcome the weaknesses. First of all, you should find the weakness wherein like one is lagging behind, and where is the issue he is getting. And there are various ways which our institute, even in WICASA also, we are helping out those students with the help of all the chartered accountants who are like rankers who have got through. Then you can also have programs for all the well-being of psychological things and everything, because somewhere I have seen that people get into the trauma, and they like find themselves difficult to even go for the exam, and that fear of exam should be overcome. And once you are out of this anxiety, definitely you are going to perform well and you will get through.
Correct, sir. Coming back to our point, your life as a CA council member in this role, what were the biggest challenges and you faces?
You are asking about the challenges in this role. First
Yes.
of all, the biggest challenge is like when you think that you want to be a council member or something, you have to work hard, very hard. Like you have to meet people, you have to convince them that you are going to be their representative and how you are going to do best for the profession. And then these are all the things. Because our body is an elected body, you have to go through the process of elections, and this process is difficult, definitely difficult. But once you are into it, then definitely you can overcome all the challenges and you can try your best. And this is how I think getting into the committee and then getting into the various roles are a different part of life. And once you start working, it happens. I think young professionals are nowadays looking for the instant gratification or instant success. And there, I feel that one example I can give. You must have watched the movie on Dhoni.
Yes.
In that movie, if you just like try to summarize all the journey of his life, you must have seen that he, as a character, or also in his real life, have faced various shortcomings, various failures, and various things in his life. Even things were out of his control, but still he didn't react. He didn't give up. And what he did, he just tried again and again. He thrived back. He like keep on hitting. He did a job as a ticket taker, and still in that point also he was focused on the cricket and whatever he wants to do in his life. And that is how for everyone in our life, in the professional life or in the personal life also, or in whatever profession you are, once you are focused and once you are like determined, then nobody can stop you for getting the success you desire.
Can you share a one defining moment in your career that changed your perspective on success?
I think perspective about success. Success is the idea which keeps on changing. जैसे अभी हम लोग समझो 10th में है तो हम सोचते हैं कि 10th में हम ज्यादा मार्क्स लाएंगे, विल लाइक स्कोर हायर, विल गो गेट इनटू द बोर्ड्स, एंड हम लोग क्वालिफाई करेंगे, मेरिट्स में आएंगे वगैरह वगैरह सोचते हैं. लाइक देन ऑन द 12th also we think on the same line. Then you go on in the either on the graduation or in the CA course. Then हम लोग सोचते हैं कि लाइक मैं अगर CA का जल्दी कंप्लीट कर लूँ तो देन या फिर रैंक में आ जाऊँ, sort of things. So success is definitely the idea which keeps on changing. So I think that every walk of life there is a different goal which you keep, and if you achieve that goal, that is a success, I believe, and that is the point of celebration, and we should keep on celebrating also in our life.
There are few questions from student side.
Okay.
If you could change one thing about the textbook, what would be?
Tax. So if you go back into the mythology, taxation is the important part of anything, any country to run properly. And I believe our Arya Chanakya, who was one of the well-known economists, has given a particular rule that taxes should be collected like a honeybee. That even honeybee collects the honey or the nectar from the flower, but it doesn't disturb the structure of the flower. That is how taxes should be collected, and that is how all the taxation should be framed.
But what are the you want that this tax code should be changed?
I won't be commenting specifically on any tax code because again we are not into this right now.
How do you stay up to date about the ever-changing financial regulation and technology?
I believe that our Chartered Accountant Institute, that CA Institute, and even in WICASA, we are having various programs on the updation itself. We keep on having different programs, and every kind new change comes up in any taxation or any law. Our institute is the first institute which takes up programs all these with the help of experts. And I think by attending those kind of seminars, one can keep themselves updated. And this is how I think I also do that.
But ICI also provide an ICI ChatGPT, which also might help with lots of students.
Yes, with the help of technology, definitely you can keep yourself updated. ICI ChatGPT for students and members is also one of the tools which has been provided by our institute to keep ourselves updated and to keep interacting with the technology and to keep to have its perfect perspective. But definitely, technology can never replace human intelligence. So we have to be very careful while using this technology.
As we know now, the CA final exam will be twice a year. What's your perspective? It's a good initiative by ICI or not?
I'll give you another perspective because when I did my chartered accountancy, like I was giving my exams from Nashik, and I used to come across students from different part of the district wherein they didn't have the exam center at their place also. So at that time, people used to come here during exams. They used to stay in the new environment to adjust themselves and then to give exams and everything. So nowadays, our ICI is keeping exam center at various places. I have been part of this kind of processes wherein we have got sanctioned exam center even if there are only like 70 or 80 students or 100 students at a place. So nowadays ICI giving that opportunity also. Now we are talking about the number of attempts. Like earlier, we used to have only 2 attempts in the year, and now we have got 3 attempts. So I will say this is an added opportunity for the students through themselves if at all they are not successful in a particular attempt. And instead of wasting a full year, they will get the opportunity thrice a year. And this is how I think this is one of the positive steps in the life of a student ICI has taken up.
There are many students who find that the lack of time for the preparation of next attempt. Will it be good initiative?
Like you're talking about lack of time for preparation for exams,
Yes.
but I feel that our institute and our CA course wants our students to study on a daily basis. Because if you are sincere in your articleship, if you are working in your firm properly, and if you are applying your mind whenever you are getting across the issues in the office, like real life issues, that application of knowledge and that practical experiences along with the daily routine of studies will definitely help any student to get through any tough exam of chartered accountancy. And I don't believe that making 3 attempts in the year will be like giving them less opportunity or less time to prepare.
Is the chartered accountancy qualification itself sufficient for successful career in today's financial landscape?
As you are asking that whether this chartered accountancy qualification is enough or not.
Yes.
In the days like when I qualified in 2005, this chartered accountancy qualification was giving us the bread and butter of life. There was a dearth of chartered accountants in those days. And nowadays also, when there are now various competition through the technology, wherein like taxation and this common general practice in this nowadays is taken away by those particular platforms of technology. But what we say and what we see nowadays, that there are different areas of life wherein a chartered accountant can definitely go and flourish. One of the example is like IPOs. Like as a chartered accountant, you can play a key role in deciding and helping the various organizations to bring their IPOs into the share market. Then another area, as a chartered accountant, you can go in various administrative services, examinations of Government of India or the state governments, like wherein you can become an IS officer, IPS officer, IRS officer, or various fields of administrative services. And I have seen many chartered accountants flourishing in this area as well.
Okay. If you are not pursuing a CA or not doing CA, what course would you like to take?
So you are asking me personally.
Yes.
So there were like various different possibilities. I don't know when, in which particular area I would have gone, but like my father is an advocate, I would have gone in that area. The maternal side, all are doctors, and I was a student of science in 11th and 12th. That time also, like I thought that this is not my field, and I was developing my liking in the area of accountancy, and that is why I like came into this field.
If you want to give a student one advice that which qualification you must be pursuing with chartered accountant, then what it will be?
Like, first of all, what I advise students everywhere, that if you are right now doing chartered accountancy, focus first on qualifying yourself as a chartered accountant. Once you are through, then you can develop your own liking. You must be knowing that what particular field you like. As I said, that you can go into the administrative services, then you can go into the area of capital market, and there are various other fields. Like even if you have an investigative mind or the thing in you, there is an area known as forensic audit, and wherein people are flourishing like anything. And this is also one of the area wherein you can help your nation to find out frauds and to like catch those culprits.
Yes.
So there are various things and various fields you can go.
As we know, you are the first chairperson of the Work-Life Balance Committee. What was the catalyst that led to the formation of this committee?
So basically, the structure is like our ICAI at Delhi has formed a committee named as Promoting Work-Life Balance between the Chartered Accountants and CA students. Now at WIRC also, we have formed as a similar committee aligned with the goals of the same committee at ICAI level. And at WIRC level, I got this opportunity being the chairman of this committee named as Promoting Work-Life Balance for CAs and CA students at WIRC level. So what I believe and I feel that nowadays stress is everywhere, every walk of life, for the students also, for the professionals also. But what is important is to manage that stress, and is to manage how it will help, how one can manage the stress is like when you are able to balance your work, your family life, your personal life, your health, and your well-being and everything. That is how I think this committee must have been formed.
Sir, how do you manage your stress or work-life balance?
So everyone has their own likings, and if you are into that, you are giving some time for your personal, as we say, it is a me time. Like if you like make painting, and if you are able to have some time for yourself, even once in a week, and you do go and paint. Someone like singing, someone like exercising, someone like that. So different things. And but if you are able to give your own time for the things you want to do and you like, then I think that acts as a stress buster, and that is how you can like try to balance between your work and your life.
Work and personal life. What are the biggest roadblock you will encounter in achieving this committee goals?
So basically, this committee is into the nascent stage right now. But what we feel that to have a perspective to balance our work along with our life and to give equal priority to both the things at a time. And this is how we are like coming up with the various ideas, and we are like even finding out the roadblocks or the issues with our chartered accountants are facing, so that we can find the solutions with the help of expert for that.
Okay. What was the most surprising thing that you have learned in this committee begins since the committee begins?
The most surprising thing I can say, like in the last month itself, we have come across various chartered accountants who are actually working as a professional in this field. Like we were initially thought that this could be the area of only psychologists or something like that. But we came across various chartered accountants who are practically demonstrating people, who are practically helping and going into the corporates, and who are working for this particular area as a profession. And this was the most surprising thing I came across. And I can like even you can list out, this is one of the things which a chartered accountant can act as a professional in that area.
Sir, I myself have one question about your student life. Can you walk us through your journey from school to joining CA and becoming a CA member?
Oh, I should personally thank you, Vishwa, for taking up this question and taking me down the line in my memory. So, I have been a student of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. This is a particular school which is formed by central government and has its branch in every district, only one branch in each district. And the criteria of getting admission into the school is, and you have to go through a competitive exam, and only top 80 students in each year are being chosen at a district level, and they call them the cream of the society. And that is how the students are being chosen and given admission into this school. And this school has, I believe, that have changed my life and the basics of my life at all, because I got into the habit of getting up at 6 o'clock without even an alarm, and that habit is still continued even after 30 years of like leaving the school. And likewise, that our student life was like a different part of whatever you can imagine, like an army school. Like we learned all the discipline over there. We like learned the brotherhood between the students, fellow students. We were around 400 students in different batches, and like one batch of 80 students for particular standard, and there were around 400 students in the school. And we learned the sense of brotherhood there. As a Navodayan, wherever we meet, and even like not from the same school, like I was from in the school of Nashik, but across India we have got various schools, and various part of life we keep on meeting Navodayans, and we meet like a brother and sister. And that is the bonding, that is the thing which has been created by this school in us as a citizen. And I think definitely this school has like made my life. Like then after I chose the field of science because from maternal side that everyone is doctor over here, and I thought that I should be going in the field of science, and everyone wanted me to go there. But when I learned, like went in there and 11th and 12th of science, I like got a clarity in my mind that science is not my cup of tea. And then I like was more focused to get into the commerce, and then this is how I came up as a chartered accountancy student. And along with that, I also studied law, and studying law and studying CA at a time gave me a proper standing and proper, I can say, the balanced view of the profession as well. It helps a lot.
Okay. Is science difficult or commerce for you?
So for me, science was difficult, and
Okay.
like I was able to get through commerce, when I was able to understand commerce better.
Okay, sir. As we are about to announce our national conference, what type should we take from you? Because you have been a WICASA chairperson before.
Okay. So, like last year, as a WICASA chairperson, was definitely a learning year for me. I have been a WICASA chairman in Nashik branch also, but being a chairman of WICASA at this WRC level, wherein 36 branches are involved, that is definitely an enriching experience. And as you said, you are going to have a national conference at your WICASA. First of all, I take this opportunity to wish you all the very best and success in this conference.
You.
And the important part which I'll touch upon, as you asked for my like view
Right.
on this, that every conference, every students' conference is an opportunity for the students to get along, to meet fellow students across the region or across the nation, because students from various part of country will participate in this conference. That you should give this message to the every participant that this is the opportunity wherein you can meet maximum students. You also encourage the students from your own place that they should be able to be the paper presenter. They should like try to present a paper, because you get an opportunity of 15 minutes for the students, and there will be around 16 or 20 paper presenters in the conference. So if one of them or many of them from your place, they will get the opportunity to like a platform to present their own skills. Along with that, the important part of every conference is volunteers, because along with the committee and the managing committee of the branch and managing committee of the WICASA, you need a lot of volunteers. And for those volunteers and for the all the students across, like as I said, you must have heard of we started a community named as Vikasa Buddies.
Yes, yes.
This Vikasa Buddies community was like to bridge the gap or to remove the gap between the positions and between the students. Because, like, as a committee member in your own Vikasa committee, also, one is like, suppose, as we know, that Vishaka is vice chairperson, someone is the treasurer, someone is the office bearer, someone is the managing committee member, and then others are just committee members. And students are like, we take them as volunteers. And then there, like, professionals are involved, branch chairman is also there, branch Vikasa chairman is also there. So what we thought, and what one fine day we were like discussing amongst my committee members, and I thought that even though I am a Vikasa chairman, but I am open for all the suggestions and whatever wild ideas you have, let us have a discussion on that. And that day we had come across various new ideas. And one of the ideas of forming this Vikasa Buddies community, because from the students, when you want to get idea, you don't have gap between them and you. They should not feel that how can I talk to the person like Vikasa chairman or the branch chairman or the WIC chairman. And that is how we formed this community. I myself told that I am also a buddy. I am not a chairman of Vikasa. Everyone is the Vikasa buddy nowadays. And now then we will be having round of discussions across all the students, and this is how we try to bridge the gap between all the like mindset, and we came up with various new ideas. That is how you should also like name those volunteers as Vikasa buddies, because as the buddy they will feel more proud, more connected with the Vikasa, and that is how they will try to give their best for the success of your conference.
We also form a one group that is Vikasa Next Gen.
Okay, my best wishes to your new group then.
Thank you, sir. So we form a one rapid fire round. Can we start?
Okay.
Okay. Trading or investment?
Investments.
Okay. Gold or in gold or silver?
Both metals are precious, but if you ask one word, then gold.
One financial habit that everyone should follow.
So financial habit, like whenever what I feel personally is whatever you earn, keep some part for the purpose of society, then for the investment, and then spend whatever you are left with.
Whether to study in India or abroad?
Study in India, in my opinion, is the best option.
Okay. One industry facing the biggest financial challenges right now?
So I cannot name one industry because I can see many industries facing this challenge nowadays.
One thing you wish you knew earlier in your career?
I wish that I should be knowing that chartered accountancy field is not only for taxation and audits,
Not that is.
but a chartered accountant can do many things as we have discussed just now.
Whether you want to be practicing as a chartered accountant or the council member?
So first of all, practicing as a chartered accountant gave me the name, the fame, the money, the social standing, and everything. But when I first of all started with the particular journey in this area to give back to my profession as a branch committee member and then as a council member in regional council, I think this is another sense of satisfaction, because when you work for the profession at large, your own people, and the responses you get from them and the replies and the various different experiences, those enrich you in your life and definitely shape your life in more better manner.
So this is all from our side. Do you have another input?
Okay, so I thank the managing committee of Baroda Vikasa to take up this kind of initiative to have podcast with various people, and I also thank that choosing me as a humble chartered accountant. This was various great experience for me, but I'll be taking this opportunity to wish you all the best in this particular initiative. So I thank Vishwa, then Faizan, and also your Vikasa Vice Chairperson Vishakha for this opportunity, and give my regards to your Vikasa Chairperson and Branch Chairperson as well, and wish you all the best in all your future activities, and I'll be available whatever and whenever you want. Thank you for this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for taking the time to share your journey and the experience with us. Your insights will surely inspire many young CAs and finance. The Vadodara branch of Vikasa always has a door open for you and your profession.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So this was our very first podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you are still listening, then thank you for being in here. By the way, you can also suggest us whom you would like to see next in our podcast. We are open to suggestions. And you can also suggest us what improvements do we need to make. And let's meet in episode 2.
Okay,
Jai
bye
Hind.
bye.